Yeah. Happy FOMC day. Let's go, spaceman. We got 28 minutes. Huh? He was supposed to be behind the timer. Yeah. Hey. Who's ready? Who's got your helmets on? Who's got your diapers on? Your spacesuits? Let's go. Yeah, we got fucking a million echoes, don't we, huh? Do we? You got echoes? Sound okay? Let's go. Happy FOMC. Happy FOMC. Let's get it, gang. J Powell gonna rock. Let's go, Patrice. Thank you. Ludo, Domcheck, DJ. Hey, shout outs to Who Juicin', shout outs to Cage, shout outs to Housty. Big cheers. I'm excited. FOMC coming up in a few minutes. Let's go. Shout out to Who Juicin', shout out to Buzz. Big cheers to the gang. Let's go, Dog Man. Yeah, Nam God, how we doing? Shout out to PSG. Curvies. Wando. Inflation. Yeah, that's just more than 50. Over under. Frota JV. Let's go. Manhattan. 83rd. Cachoya. You think he's going to say that? Tomas. Patroost. Let's go, Karoon. Let's go, Burgix. Crypto Craze. Hey, thank you, boys, for joining me today. Cajun Housty, give a big shout out to these men working hard, hour before, all day long, every single day, honestly. But coming on, sticking it out with me. We got the juice coming. Even more juice than earlier. Let's fucking go. Who's psyched? Dude, I cannot wait to run this bingo. Actually, I'm making a little bit of an adjustment real fast. I'll display the board in just a minute. We'll be able to get you guys joined in. We'll have like a whole bunch of time before that kicks off. I'll keep reminding you about it, but it's going to be hella fun. Hedge Fund, Dr. Manhattan, Manaka, Latisse. Let's go. We fancy. Crypto Craze, Hedge Fund, Hell SWAT, XLRD, how we doing? MJ, Josian, Hosian, Bravo Trading, let's go. Santers, welcome to the chat, Santers. Who juicing? Bugatti, it's gotta be testnet. It's too easy, Rararu. Hey, you know, today is Wednesday. You know what comes after Wednesday? Had to kick that one in. Let's go, Maestro. Let's go. Juicing Long 618. That's a dope name. Dude, what was your name before? I like it. Juice and Lawn, let's get it. Yeah, Riraru, Crispy. Shout out to PSG. Maxwell, J Bucks. Hey, shout outs over in YouTube. Also, Shay's Anatomy, let's go. T1. Let's go. Ask Twitch, Quick Alpha. Yeah, you want some? Well, we're kind of waiting for the minutes. We closed the gap last night. There was a baby gap this morning. I think it's still hanging in there a little bit. Yeah, we got a little baby gap. It's like pretty much 95% closed, 92. And continue cleaning, but we still have this high, and this high is no good on CME. I mean, this is all-time high pullback on ES. 7,000 gigantic mega force, huge magnet of boot gamma, whole lot of interest at that level for a long time now. Finally tagged it. I believe even on index. Yeah, I'm just sitting down. I just stepped in from work. Yeah, they tagged it. They tagged it. We did it. We're finally here. I'm gonna break my mic again. I hope not. Oh, he's gonna break his. Yeah, possibly. Yeah. Exclamation dashboard. That's right, Santers. Yeah, it's coming soon. And check out the Discord. He posted an update about it. Dovish speech. Ooh. Do you think he says dovish? Do you think he says hawkish? We'll have to wait and see. We got a little under an hour for that. Silver dump. Oh, Kachoya. Yeah, it'll probably have like a good spike when the minutes get released, or when the numbers get released. Blue tie. Oh, you think this is his last one? Is it gonna be his last one? Thank you for the resub, Giannis. Banshees, let's go. The real Aaron, Rescue Q. Ready, exclamation prepared. I'm strong if you strong. Cage, I'm strong if you strong.
Are we strong then? Can you hear me? Am I loud enough? Are we strong then?
We strong then.
Good cheers.
I'm gonna crank this and turn. Yeah, it's good to make these adjustments. Let's go, Fibception. Thank you for the resub. Juiciest life. I'm right, it's left. Kimba strong, but only when we find that data by my side. I lose control when I ain't got mad with me. Let's go, Gucci Romo. Let's go, JV. Yeah, seriously. I could see that happening too. I could see that happening too. Oh my goodness. April. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. Things aren't looking too good for continuing his tenure. I think he's doing fine though. I mean, he was one of the better ones for a long time. Regardless of our decisions or our own opinions of him, I mean, you see what he's been working with over the past 5 years. Holy shit. Let's go, Housty. Let's go, Revs QQ. Yeah, these local lows are ass. Yeah, this high right here, it's marked by like another bad high. RTH, it's looking better, but not all that great. You have a big gap above. ETH has a baby gap below. Maybe it cleans that on like a scam dump. Prepare for that. Tucking back in. I'm not going to be scalping the numbers release. I'm going to wait for the reaction patiently with my levels. Hey, stand up if you're scalping. Yeah, Fibception. Hope you're doing good in juicing. Let's go, Dayox. Let's go, iBanshees. We got 2 mores. Anybody in chat want to throw up a Powell saying? You might even get up on there. Dude, I want that one, Housty.
We'll never get it. We'll never get it. You'll never say that ever again.
It'll never happen again. It'll never happen again. That was amazing.
Yeah.
You think we're gonna get the guitar guy?
Maybe.
That shit was so funny. Dude, that guy is famous as fuck. It's James Taylor. It was so funny though. And like Kimba like just freaking lost his shit on it. That was like gold. James Taylor is a legend.
Let's go. Shout out JP.
One more. Dude, we had actually a pretty solid list last time. Be ready for next week. Yeah, let's go. It's gonna be hard to keep track of all these. We have so many terms. Like, it's gonna be juicy. I can't wait to see who wins. Let's go, Colin. How we doing? Riss is in there. We got balance. Shouts to Curvies. AI. Okay. Okay. I like that. Oh, that's a wild card there, JV. I know he's not going to say juice. Do you think he says Bitcoin specifically? I think he's more likely to say stablecoin. Honestly. What do you guys think? Than crypto.
Did you fill out some new words?
Yeah. I'm like,
alright, cool.
I'm firing off like one more, and then yeah, we got to give like kind of a little bit of respect to crypto. I'm gonna say stablecoin.
Let's go, Banshees. Big cheers.
He said that in maybe like 10% of the meetings that I've seen. Digital assets. Okay, yeah, that's a lot better. Thanks, Shwani. All right. We're good. We're good. We ready for this? You want TA or you want to see the board first? Because we kind of said like levels to the upside, levels to the downside, maybe a sweep, but we're kind of holding outside of the level that we were looking at in the last stream. Yeah, the consolidation down here. Resistance closing the gap, but we just strictly held it. Still need a break above all of this range and 91K, turn it into support, but we're kind of stair-stepping up. To the downside, closing the gap, and then starting to trade down into here. You have some support. You have multiple levels of confluence for support, but time spent down here, it's not looking as good. It's going to look more like a rejection, especially if we like have another clean. That's a clean of this level locally, but it isn't a top tier clean. Now on the other side with S&P, we have a high on a news event day. We got a pullback on that last week from CPI. This is an all-time high. Almost every time we make an all-time high, we get a little bit of a pullback at least with traditional markets. So pattern recognition, that's just like you have maybe a slightly increased probability, but that 7,000 level, it's going to be strong, especially when we're trading above it, at least on ES. But losing that, that's going to be something to monitor, maybe a retest at, because we kind of started forming, like we broke structure up here, but start losing this and like looking for a retest and maybe down to the single print or even below there. We have a lot of consolidation here, but took a big level, and you know, if we change structure, although it's a break above, if we start to accept back within the range, then you know what it is. So we could rotate to the other side. Let's look over on, yeah, I don't even have full screen. Jesus Christ. I mean, dude, this 88.8, mother of God. That is like the level of levels, isn't it? Resistance, support is like, dude, forever. It's a forever level. We had a bunch of longs go into that, huh? And some of it was from Bybit. I saw like a good handful of OI increase there. MAG earnings too. Yeah, we have quite a few big earnings today. Tesla, Microsoft, and Meta are the biggest. Yeah, you got IBM too, but it's like not, it like pales in comparison. That's gonna be big. Yeah, it's after the bell though. I don't know if we're gonna be around for the whole time, but we may be. Yeah, see how things are going. See the Vala. Let's go, my mate Nate. Let's go. Let's go. Hey, thank you for the resub. Shwani, 888. Apple tomorrow, yeah. Yep. Let's go, Acentus. How we doing? A tokenized. Yeah, we already filled out the list. I like locked it in for right now. Thank you though. Thank you. Hey, shout out to my mate Nate. Shout out to my mate Nate girl. Let's go Colin Manaka. Yeah, too obvious. Yeah, it's looking okay over here. The high is like, it's actually TPO good, but it's not the greatest. And you know, it's weak with this high right here and up here, but we're trading under that 91K, so regardless of where it goes, yeah, they juice it right into 10 minutes before, and then they de-risk a little bit, right? Bad lows in spot also, bad lows in perps. You got weekly VWAP, PDEQ, naked points of control, all down here in the low to mid 88s. That's your first area of interest, but then you got more bad lows right here. So we start to like turn that into resistance down in this area. then I would start to look to these lows, but that doesn't mean it's all over. Like, that's pretty far down, and that's kind of your whole range that we've been trading through. Yeah, holding this, holding, you know, our value area for now, even the daily open, but really value area low. That's like as deep as really the bulls really want to see it go in the next couple hours at least. Yep, so I don't know, any questions? ETH kind of juiced and then pulled back a little bit, like retrace a little bit of it. Yes, I do, Colin, just to look for the offside trades. Yeah, but like right at that like instant, unless you're in like the 1 minute charts, it's not going to be all that much edge. Yeah, I still go levels and volume far above the order flow. It does provide edge though. Okay, you guys want to see the you know, we got the countdown. 8 minutes. 8 minutes. You guys want to see the board? Start to get your thing in. It's super easy to join. You guys want to play some bingo? I'm glad to hear it, Acentus. Cage, you ready to see the board?
I am ready.
I'm ready if you ready.
You gotta be ready, man.
We ready then. Still trying to adjust like. Is my camera out of sync? Yeah, there's always a delay because it's fed with the audio is fed through like multiple like routes. When we're on multi-stream, it's like a little bit of a delay. I have motion cap on. You didn't know? There we go. Let's go. FOMC. Return of the rate cuts. Are we getting one? Join bingo. No exclamations. Hey, shoutouts Cage. He designed this whole thing. Let's go, Curvies. First again.
Let's go. Get in there.
Lux Slayer. Let's go. How we doing? You're not ready?
The mic's a bit low. That's all, Wando.
Wait, what? Oh yeah, his mic's just a little bit down. Wandu. Nitrogen. Yeah, I have it cranked in OBS full volume, and I think it's cranked in Discord as well. Oh no. It was like unbalanced last time. Maybe that'll help a little bit. I cranked you up a little bit.
We have Kachoya sick. Nice.
Well, that could be from me. But most of this is specific to Powell. Yeah, I didn't get through the whole thing. I made some adjustments. We had like some stock terms. Hey, but huge shout outs to Cage. Hey, give Cage a fucking Kachoya or I don't know, like just show him your love, dude. Show Cage a lot of love. He put this damn thing together and it is juicy. It's gonna be so much fun. We like ran a test run yesterday morning, super fun. You know, the pressure's a little dry, but we're gonna have a good time with it.
It is RNG. That's right, Kirby's. Let's go, Lions. Get in there. Join bingo.
Join bingo.
RNG. Could be your lucky day. Grab a bingo card.
Cage is playing. Let's go. Bumbule. Yeah, get in there.
You want to try and give out prizes?
Yeah. Yeah, I want to do something. I'll figure something out. I'd like to do a
Do
CoinWise thing.
CoinWise prizes. Yeah.
CoinWise sound good? We haven't done a CoinWise
Let's
thing in a
do
while.
Let's just see it. CoinWise Pro Plan, 14-day trial.
Ooh, juicy. Juicy, juicy. Hey, they just had another video that's about to come out tomorrow. Cage, I think they had an indicator video. Did it come out today, or it's do you know what they're? I don't know.
I think it's coming out a little bit later today, but they will have another module coming out. The new module is gonna be on volume weighted average price. The levels indicator, how to configure your VWAPs, what they are. Even session
Noise.
VWAPs. How choice.
Noise. Yeah, those things are super, super helpful, especially for getting the configuration to get a little bit about the theory behind why you would use those modules or these indicators. Yeah, and if you need to know more, education covers it. So, yeah, it's really, really great for the gang. Shout out to CoinWise, education, indicators, journal, and more coming soon. Shout outs to the dashboard. You guys all are here. You know what it is, but we got some Gucci exchanges. We got a whole lot of juice going around. I think space trade is still going on. Sure
with
looks
a bingo
like.
card in their hand right now. We need 15 more. Let's get 50 lions with a bingo card. Type join bingo in the chat.
Join bingo. No exclamation.
Yep, no explanation. Just join bingo.
No explanation point. Got 38 players.
What's up, 8 years, bro? Welcome in, brother. Happy FOMC day.
Yeah, shout outs Kanguri, Cage, Curvies, Daydream, Petrus, Kagam, Burgix, Rahman, PUBG, Namgod,
It's like 2
Karoon,
minutes.
Rancho, Nitrogen, Dennis, Mark, JV, Wandu, Josian,
Get your butt in there. Yeah,
El
after the move,
Boris,
all this-
Ruraru, Shwani, We Fancy, Manaka, Tenek, Bumbule, Ascentus, MJ, Houston, Baradina. Shouts to you. Good afternoon, brother. Crypto Craze, Doobie, my mate Nate, Gonzas, Ridgeline, Lux Slayer, Nokoi, Eye of the Sure. No,
Yeah, we
Diabetes.
got some players in the game.
Crispy, yeah, we got some players. But yeah, dude, we're at 49 now. 8 years, bro, taking profit. Shishi, Bowie, Jay
Got
Becker,
one more. We need one more.
Frota, Santers, Latisse, Borsada, TDW. Let's go. Papiga, Domcheck. Oh, come on, one more.
Bingo. Let's go. Latuche.
Hey, every one of your cards is
You guys got 1
randomized.
minute.
Every one of your cards is randomized. So what you see on the screen, it just shows what it is, what terms have been called. And then, yeah, and you guys actually have like a little bit more time because the presser isn't until later. We got 30 more minutes for that, but we need to get
We
it
do
over
actually.
and see this market reaction. Join
Nice,
bingo.
we got 50. All right, let's go.
Join bingo.
Yeah, the way
let's
it'll work
go.
is you guys all have a random bingo card. All the phrases are on the left, and as they said, Mandela is gonna select them off. And if your random card has that phrase, it will check it off. Not everybody is gonna have the same phrases. There's a lot more phrases than a bingo card holds. There's 35 phrases, 25 slots for your bingo card. So as you can imagine, some people will win, some people will lose. Some people will have multiple bingos. And so the way we track it is first place, go to the person with the most bingos, if they have more than one, or the first person to get a bingo. And then in order of who gets the most bingos from first to third. All right? That's about it. It's pretty easy. It's RNG. Just type in chat, join bingo, and get a random card. Much love, you guys.
Yep, it's too easy. Hey, no cuts. No cuts.
No cuts.
It's got to be testnet.
It is testnet.
Testnet cuts. To the balcony! Oh man, I didn't do predictions. God darn it. Hey, we'll do it for the J-Pal. Get your prediction points in and join bingo. Just type join bingo in the chat.
Guys, remember we have the upcoming BTCC 100K giveaway. All right, we have an active 100% fee rebate, woo, and 10% deposit boost. Let's go, BTCC. Exclamation point BTCC. Get signed up. February 2nd, next Monday, all right, is Kimba's first attempt at live trading. You guys ready for that?
Ooh,
let's go.
First attempt at live
Who's
trading.
paying
Like
attention to
he
the
live traded
dashboard?
for like 3 years before this. It's gonna be juice though, man. It's like long awaited, isn't it? Shays.
It's long awaited. It's the live trading.
Yeah, it's gonna be juice.
Exclamation point dashboard if you guys want to get caught up. Schedule is updated. Everything is there.
Oh!
Let's go, SMP! SMP!
Oh, Kachoya.
Let's go, Yannick. Welcome back, brother. 37 months. He's in OG.
Shays, I'll try to find Do Not Disturb. I got control of the music right now. I might need
Moving on to
Hughesy's help to locate it.
4th year, Yannick. Let's go.
Monday, exclamation dashboard, taking profit. He bought every single word. Head to Polymarket. Noise. Oh, I should have done it. Let's go, Wandu. I should have done that. Hey, Yannick. Thank you for the resub. 37 months. Oh my goodness. I would reset mine if it wasn't gonna like crash everything. I might reset mine. I think this is my anniversary too. Nope, it hasn't hit the marker yet. I was supposed to get Batman today. I'll celebrate it tomorrow. Officially paused. It's the first time since July. Oh, Kachoya, thank you for the announcement. Yeah, Forex Factory. You get like almost instantaneous. Yeah, it's a little lag. Forex Factory for all the economic events and stuff. Yep. Oh, 10 to 2. I mean, economy strong, we strong. There was no like real impetus to cut rates. Like the market's already like, it's fine. It's at fucking all-time highs. And they don't care about Bitcoin. Oh, damn. I should have had the Darth Maul on here again. You remember that? Orange Man's probably mad. Yeah. I mean, it's 'cause he's a real estate guy. He wants his rates to be cheap. Dollar is juicing. Well, let's see good old Dixie. I mean, gold. Yeah, gold was dumping. It just took its high again. Fuck's sake, man. Dude, did it just go up $300 today? It's like, what, 6%? I can't do math, obviously. It juiced today, though. It broke out again. Didn't even clean the gap. We were talking about that too, but those highs were really bad that we were talking about the other day. Dixie. Oh, look at that pump. Yeah, I think it took the lows. Yeah, it took the lows yesterday. It's pretty natural when you take all-time highs in indices. Yeah, this is like way out of whack. Value. S&P. Yeah, sandwich between value area low and weekly VWAP. PDEQ. What are we gonna do? We've already structured. Yeah, let's see. 15 minutes of gold. Dixie is pumping though. Just for fun. Because it already got the sweep. Oh man, they ran it up on the whole like drawdown on the index. Let's go, Karoon.
Yo, Mandalo, can you check your messages? Thank you.
Yeah. Stalled Senate bill. Got it, Housty. Hey, I'm seeing that we got an upcoming BTCC giveaway. Let's go. Let's go. Shout outs BTCC. Make sure you get in the dashboard and get your UIDs updated. Yeah, that's one that a lot of people have not been not as many winners on it, I don't think. I'd never won on it. I won on most of the exchanges too. I've been here forever. But before I was streaming, I was like one of the lions and juicing on the giveaways too. I know Cage was, I know Housty was. Hey, but shout out to BTCC. We got a giveaway, a huge giveaway coming up, and a 10% deposit bonus, 100% fee rebate. Holy, good lord. KCEX has a big one too, a big deposit bonus. Yeah, and we still got the BLOFIN trading competition going on. Exclamation dashboard, exclamation Discord for all the juice going on. Speaking of the juice,
gang family. No rate cut still ballin'. No rate cut still blazing.
Jeez. Hey, exclamation enter, exclamation enter.
oh, what?
Yeah.
Let's go.
Hey, J Powell gifted a mug.
Shout out to J Powell.
Get in there, let's go.
Let's go. Exclamation enter.
Let's go. Sheesh.
There we go.
Hey, welcome in, Friends Dip. Welcome in. Let's go. In the 15 months. Shout out, Friends Dip.
All right, so if you missed it in the Discord, obviously I had to get this to be able to come on stream, so so I knew what to tell you guys. And that just like kind of speaks to confluence, but it more speaks to just trusting your own system and your own approach, your own analysis. When you are at that point, even if you feel full confidence, it's nice even having confirmation or getting ideas from other people as well, but to just call your attention to the Bitcoin talk. Kimba has been really active. He's going to be back next week, and you know, he's been active the past several weeks. He's obviously posting pictures and clips of himself in Bentley trucks. Shout outs Kimba. I don't think that he's doxing himself, but you never know. You never know. That back cam hides a lot. He's looking at 7,000 and 69.92, super crucial. You know, it's pretty much the level that we were like looking at. Value area low previous day. Yeah, and this whole zone, previous week VWAP, previous or weekly VWAP down here. Yeah, and then the 7,000. This whole consolidation. This was earlier today when it was consolidating right at that VWAP. Yep. Let's see those Bitcoin levels. Yeah, and the Bentayga. Yeah. I was kidding about the Bentley truck, but I don't doubt it that he has one. I wonder if it's murdered out like his Rolls Royce was. Let's go! Congratulations, Lua Bambua. Hey, exclamation redeem. Congratulations, brother. Enjoy it. Hey, I was drinking one yesterday. I haven't done my dishes. I got a slob ass desk because I'm working so much, but cheers. Big cheers to all the lions. Let's go, my name Mango. Let's go, Patrice. Hey, congratulations, Lua Bambua. Enjoy it. Exclamation redeem. Next week, not next weekend. I-19. Check out the dashboard, exclamation dashboard for the full schedule. Yep, exclamation who juicing. I'm going back through to see like what kind of amazing juice. Like, dude, he's been super active in the chat. Yeah, I've been in IRL work all day, so you know. Shout out 886 Hersadot. Let's go, Hersadot. Always up in the Bitcoin talk.
How we doing, Kimba gang?
Let's go, Buzz. Let's go, Buzz.
Yo, guys, I just came to say hi. I was missing you guys already.
Dude, I was hoping like if we had four-way camera enabled, I would have been like, Buzz,
No,
you gotta freaking like I told Housty,
Huh?
I told Housty like, dude, tell Buzz to hang out if he wants to.
Yeah. Houston told me. That's why I came in right now. Yeah, that's why I came in.
You're always welcome, brother.
Yeah.
Always. Hey, shout outs,
Always,
Buzz.
guys.
Shout outs, who juicing?
Who juicing? Let's go.
Hey, what you think about these no rate cuts?
Man, you know what they say. No rate cuts, but we still balling, right?
That's right. There we go.
Cheers, guys.
There we go.
Let's go. Cheers, bud.
Okay, join bingo. Join bingo. Join bingo. Yeah, we have 58 players in here. Just type in join bingo. Shoutouts Buzz. Shoutouts DJ White. Shoutouts Dolly. Shoutouts Buzz Cree. Max Powers. Lua Bambua. Hack Dog. Pedro. Il Pisoto coming in a little bit after, but the 2 minutes before the presser starts, we are going to close the joins. So get it in now. Yeah, Pal speaks in 14 minutes. Bomba Clot. Kachoya. Let's go Crypto Craze. Nitrogen. Yeah, shoutouts Kimba in the levels. Bringing the heat. Giving us the juice. Love it. Shoutouts to PSG grinding. Finding their levels too. Matching it up with Kimba, it always feels good, doesn't it? You point out the same levels that he's pointing out for us. That's confirmation. That's confluence. Unlike who juicing, we're not counter trading that, are we? We're like, okay, well, I think I might be like kind of starting to figure this out now. Let's go Zach. Let's go Chili. Let's go Calling Noob. Shout out to Calling Noob. Nowojo! Exclamation prepared. Let's go Gonzas. Friends, Dr. Manhattan. Yeah, it's the best confluence. E-Sox, let's go. Escalade, let's get it. Yeah, I remember you were in it last time. Yeah, we're gonna run it for real this time. Shout out to J-Pal for giving Lua Bambua a mug. This is gonna be juicy. Join bingo. Yeah, you guys are in there. You guys are in it. We got 70 people in here now. Let's go. Gilfran. Los Polos. Let's go Shays. We rolling. Hey, I'll try to find that do not disturb. We probably will do it during the presser. I got to get the presser link up here. I've got a bunch of links and they all like kind of suck. So I got to find the Fed one wasn't up before. I don't even know what happened to it. I have like 75 windows open. Yeah, I don't want to watch the AP one. Oh yeah. This is the one that I want. Yeah, oh, I can turn the timer off. I'm gonna hide our professor, our spaceman for the time being. Hey, make sure you get your, yeah, we got some people still coming in. Let's go. Let's go. Rec runs this. If I might, presser scene. Nice, it's working. Yeah, we're good, we're good, we're good. Shoutouts Hughesty, gifting subs to Lua Bambua, 8 years, bro. Hey, making it rain. He juicing. Lua Bambua juicing today. He's already won 2 things. He's probably gonna win bingo too. That's awesome. Congrats, brother. Making it rain. Get those Hermes umbrellas out, Mark. You know, maybe Band-Aid's got his little tube in the umbrella compartment of his Rolls Royce. We were talking about that yesterday. I can't get it's like off-putting when I do the FOMCs because it's usually like a day gap between. But it was yesterday. Yeah, it's just all a blur. Super exciting. First FOMC of the year. Let's go, Mark. Let's go. Yeah, this is really like a nothing burger for a reaction. But big level. And we're under a big level on Biddy. Yeah, they're trying to hang on. They're trying to hang on. Oh, we cleaned all of these bad lows, I guess, but it's a lot of liquidity. I don't like that it does that. Just when you change scenes. Okay. Hey, join bingo. Join bingo. You have about 6 minutes. 6 minutes before the board closes. Join bingo. Let's go, Escalade. Your name is just fun to say, dude. Shout out Sluma Bambua. Let's go, I19. Housty, we juicing. Exclamation who juicing. Make sure you like and follow. Make sure you like and follow like all the affiliate shit from Kimba community. Yeah, the Discord's amazing. Make sure you check out CoinWise. Even just check out their X. Join it, dude. When you get CoinWise, when it gets gifted out, even you gotta have an account to be like get your juice. Yeah, you gotta link your trading view to it. And if you haven't even tried it yet, they have like the free trial there for their indicators. It's juice. Yeah, let's go. Exclamation CoinWise. Shout outs Housty. Shout outs Cage. Let's go. You can't see? What can't you see? The bingo board? We're not playing bingo yet. Join bingo. Let's go, Blink John. Hey, welcome. Happy afternoon. Happy FOMC day, everybody. It's Wednesday. You know, normally Wednesday afternoons aren't like the spiciest time, but you know what it is. FOMC, we're gonna frickin' juice the fuck up. Who juicing? Who juicing? 92% gap fill. And we got a Darth Maul on ES. After taking the all-time high. Bad lows everywhere, bad highs abound. He's gonna say good morning? Oh, you know when he comes on in the mornings, it's not usually as juicy for the market. We got earnings after the bell. Is that gonna be the reversal? Scam dump into earnings? The market's just like, let me get filled one more time before these earnings juice us all. Or is it going to be the reversal to the other side? I don't know. I am not uncertain. Shoutouts Billions. Let's go Nwojo. Yeah. Dude, we're going to get hit. It was like supposed to be bad last weekend. Nwojo, where are you? Yeah, we're gonna get hammered. We're supposed to get like a foot of snow, which is like insane for my area. Yeah, we were supposed to get a foot of snow last weekend and we got like half an inch and it melted in like a couple hours. But this one's supposed to be worse. Join bingo, that's it. You just type that it. That's it. That's Santuras, you're already in there. Yeah, let's go. T-Dinies. Let's go, Blink John. Yeah, big shout outs to Shays. Hey, get your prediction points in too. Predictions for the first JPOW candle. We got 5 minutes. Before that, we got about 2 minutes. I'll do it 3 minutes. Before the bingo joining ceases. Let's go, who juicing? Four inches of sand and ice pebbles. Yikes. 10 inches of snow. It's a lot. Cage is like, dude, that's freaking like flurries. Up there in the far north, he's living up next to Santa, and it's like, it never is unsnowy there.
There's about 4 feet of snow on the ground.
He's like those, like, you guys see that shit from Russia, that fucking AI stuff, that they're like, oh my god, we got like the worst snow ever, and it's like going over the top of like 20-story buildings. Did you guys see that
It's
shit?
like normal here.
That was so funny. Mrs. Mandela showed me that stuff. I was like, what the fuck, dude? It shows like a cliff of snow that's like towering over a city. Like, what are you talking about? She's like, yeah, but they're like digging tunnels to get to their cars. I'm like, dude, that's like 2 completely different things. We're sledding down the side of a 50-story building. That was funny as hell. Like, people believed it too. They did get a lot of snow. Like, I like fact checked it and everything, but it wasn't anything like what those pictures were showing. They showed it in the newspaper in Italy, Il Pasotto. Holy shit. Yeah, I know, dude. Like, I gotta get like the random shit out there before the real juice comes from JPZ. You got 10 in STL, St. Louis. Let's go Gucci Romo. St. Louis or Seattle? Yeah, if you let the internet get a hold of it, the whole arch is gonna get covered. People are sledding down that. Let's go. Germany has a lot as well. Yeah, is that normal for this time of year? This is more than usual for us. They had even Hawaii with fucking snow alerts. All right, exclamation join bingo. I'm gonna get the JPZ thing up. Yeah, I'll adjust the window once his face is on the screen. Yeah, make sure that we get sound on him.
Eye low, levels on go.
100-foot tidal waves of snow. I mean, dude, if you're a snowboarder or a skier, you're psyched. You're in the clear now. So that's for construction. I know, dude. I went through that before for a long time. It was horrible. It's horrible. Heat's not great, but like the snow, like rain sucks, but like the snow is the worst. Yeah, we never get it here, and so it shuts everything down. All right. Lock in. Lock in. Join bingo. I'm about to close it. Hurry up. Last chance. Nah. Crypto. Oh, fuck's sake, John. Fuck's sake. Okay, it's coming. I'm locking it. El Boris, you're already in there, brother. Yeah, you remember last year it snowed there? Holy shit. The drones start flying. Shout outs to... Okay, get the sound on. Come on, Chair Pow. Oh no.
My colleagues and I remain
He's
squarely
speaking, we
focused
just can't hear him.
on our dual mandate goals of maximum employment and stable prices for the benefit of the American people. The U.S. economy expanded at a solid pace last year and is coming into
guys hear it?
2026 on a firm footing. While job gains have
Say
remained
no
low,
more.
the unemployment rate has shown some signs of stabilization, and inflation remains somewhat elevated. In support of our goals, today the Federal Open
guys hear
Market
it?
Committee decided to leave our policy rate unchanged. Having lowered our policy rate by 75 basis points over the course of our previous 3 meetings, we see the current stance of monetary policy as appropriate to promote progress toward both our maximum employment and 2% inflation goals. I will have more to say about monetary policy after briefly reviewing economic developments. Available indicators suggest that economic activity has been expanding at a solid pace. Consumer spending has been resilient, and business fixed investment has continued to expand. In contrast, activity in the housing sector has remained weak. The temporary shutdown of the federal government likely weighed on economic activity last quarter, but these effects should be reversed as the reopening boosts growth this quarter. In the labor market, indicators suggest that conditions may be stabilizing after a period of gradual softening. The unemployment rate was 4.4% in December and has changed little in recent months. Job gains have remained low. Total non-farm payrolls declined at an average pace of 22,000 per month over the last 3 months. Excluding government employment, private payrolls rose at an average pace of 29,000 per month. A good part of the slowing in the pace of job growth over the past year reflects a decline in the growth of the labor force due to lower immigration and labor force participation, though labor demand has clearly softened as well. Other indicators, including openings, layoffs, hiring, and nominal wage growth, show little change in recent months. Inflation has eased significantly from
What
its
else have we
highs in
missed?
mid-2022, but
Where's
remains
growth on here?
somewhat elevated relative to our 2% longer-run goal. Estimates based on the Consumer Price
he said
Index
2%.
indicate that total PCE prices rose 2.9% over the 12 months ending in December, and that excluding the volatile food and energy categories, core PCE prices rose 3.0%. These elevated readings largely reflect inflation in the goods sector, which has been boosted by the effects of tariffs. In contrast, disinflation appears to be continuing in the services sector. Near-term measures of inflation expectations have declined from last year's peaks, as reflected in both market and survey-based measures. Most measures of longer-term expectations
I'm hearing an
remain
echo
consistent
in
with
the
our
stream,
2% inflation goal. Our monetary policy actions are guided by our dual mandate to promote maximum employment and stable prices for the American people. At today's meeting, the committee decided to maintain the target range
Is it
for the
fixed
federal
page?
funds rate at 3.5 to 3.75%. Since last September, we have lowered our policy rate 75 basis points, or 3/4 of a percentage point, bringing it within a range of plausible estimates of neutral. This normalization of our policy stance should help stabilize the labor market while allowing inflation to resume its downward trend toward 2%, once the effects of tariff increases have passed through.
Fuck, tariffs should have been on there.
We are well positioned to determine the extent and timing of additional adjustments to our policy rate.
Wait,
based
BuzzFeed
on
got
the
bingo
incoming
already?
data, the evolving outlook, and the balance
way.
of risks. Monetary policy is not on a preset course,
Nobody's won yet.
and we will make our decisions on a meeting-by-meeting basis. To conclude, the Fed has been assigned 2 goals for monetary policy: maximum employment and stable prices. We remain committed to supporting maximum employment, bringing inflation sustainably to our 2% goal, and keeping longer-term inflation expectations well anchored. Our success in delivering on these goals matters to all Americans. We at the Fed will continue to do our jobs with objectivity, integrity, and a deep commitment to serve the American people. Thank you. I look forward to your questions.
Hi, Chris
Yeah, you gotta
McGaver
figure out how
at
to, like,
Associated
display
Press.
this better.
Thank you. I wanted to ask that, you attended the Supreme Court hearing last week on the Lisa Cook case, and Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent criticized that as political.
He's a balance for sure.
Can you say why you attended and what you would say in response to the Secretary's criticism?
So let me start with, I don't respond to
Chili.
comments by other officials.
Chili got
whoever
a
they may
bingo
be. It's
quickly.
just,
All right, we gotta get the
inappropriate
top
to do
three.
that. I will tell you why I attended. I would say that that case is
Let's go,
perhaps
Chili.
the most important legal case in the Fed's 113-year history. And as I thought about it, I thought might be hard to explain why I didn't attend. In addition, Paul Volcker went to a Supreme Court case famously in, I guess, 1985 or so. So it's precedented, and I thought it was an appropriate thing, and I did it.
Great. And then just quickly follow on the job market. You mentioned last month that the household survey might be distorted, and you also mentioned the potential for overcounting jobs, which would suggest that we're still in a negative hiring pace. So do you see the drop in the unemployment rate as solid? And what's the basis for saying that things have stabilized? Thank you.
So, yeah, really two questions. One is, so we're getting through the distortions in the data from the shutdown. However big they were in November, they're smaller in December. So we're getting to a place where they're no longer material. They're still there, but it's a tweak here and there. The reason why we changed the statement.
Didn't he say cuts?
Did he?
Was simply, it used to say that judges that downside risks to employment rose in recent months. So
where's
we saw,
risk? I know we
data
did that.
coming in which suggests some signs of stabilization. I wouldn't go too far with that, but some signs of stabilization. There are also some
Did he say cuts?
signs of continued cooling. And
cuts is
so we
top
thought that was
middle.
no longer
Risk
an
is
accurate
right beside
description
it.
of the data. In addition,
Below.
the outlook for economic activity has clearly improved since the last meeting, and that should matter for labor demand and for
And then he said,
employment over
data.
time. So for those two
Wait,
reasons,
everybody,
finally
we
said
got
data.
I would
bingos.
take that language out of the statement.
Damn God.
Hey, damn God, and
Chair Powell, you've generally avoided engaging with political controversies directly, and the video statement on January 11th was a departure. What made this different, and are you concerned it could draw the
Bangos.
institution further into political debates?
So today I'm simply going to refer you to the statement that I made on January 11. I'm not going to expand on it or repeat it.
so we got the winners.
I'm just not going to. This is really about
Already, that was
pricing
keep
fast.
filling it out.
and the economy,
And
and
then
I'm
we
gonna
get
mark
to
down
can get more
those
than
three,
one.
and
though.
some ancillary areas, but I'm not going to be getting into that.
No,
Can
they
you say
can.
whether the
People
Fed
can
has
get more than
responded to
one.
the subpoenas?
I have nothing for you on that today.
Mike.
Michael McKee from Bloomberg Radio TV. Have you made a decision on whether you would remain as a governor of the Federal Reserve? And if so, would you tell us what it is? And if not, when might we anticipate a decision?
What happened to Chili? Chili
No,
was here.
and I really, once again, have nothing for you on that today. That either.
I'm not answering that.
Why would you want to leave it all under the circumstances?
Again,
TD.
I don't want to get into this. It's not something I'm. There's a time and place for these questions, but not something I'm going to be getting into today. Thank you.
Thank you. Claire Jones, Financial Times. Thanks a lot for taking my questions. In another one that might, lead to a similar answer. We've seen quite big movements in the dollar over recent days. What do you think is driving the U.S. currency lower? And have you been at all concerned just by the extent of the volatility we've seen this week? Thank you.
So, Claire, as you probably know, we don't comment on the dollar. Really, the administration, especially the Treasury Department, has the job of oversight over the currency and exchange rates and all that. We don't comment on that. It's not our role. So, I have nothing for you.
I mean, what's your view on the market movements? I mean, what do you think behind them? Is it asset
Kate,
managers
which one did I miss?
diversifying? Is it?
Yeah, I just don't. We don't talk about the dollar. We don't talk about what moves it around. It's just not appropriate for us to do so. Really, the Treasury Department has that. It's their role, their bailiwick, and we stay off it. We do monetary policy and some other things, but we don't comment on the dollar. Sorry.
You know what would juice this
Chair
up?
Powell, Neil Irwin with Axios.
100K from
Obviously, no
BTCC.
SEP in this meeting, but in light of the
Shout
slight
outs,
firming up
join
of
the
language
dashboard,
around
join
growth in the labor market in the
BTCC.
statement, should we assume that the timeline for any
100%
further
fee
rate cuts
rebates.
is pushed back compared to what people
Let's
might have
go.
thought in December?
Well, first of all, if you look
Do
at the
not
incoming
redeem.
data since the last meeting, clear improvement in the outlook for growth.
Task
The
force are by
data
number of
come in,
bingos,
and
okay.
sentiment, the beige book, everything comes in suggesting that this year starts off on a solid footing for growth. Inflation performed about as expected, and as I mentioned, some of the labor market data came in suggesting, we're evidence of stabilization. So it's overall a stronger forecast, really, if that's your question. I'm not sure I answered your question.
He didn't say Katoya yet.
But in terms of timing or pacing of any additional easing?
So we haven't made, what we'd say about this was that after this meeting, after the 3 recent rate cuts, we're well positioned to address the risks that we face on both sides of our dual mandate, and we'll continue to make our decisions meeting by meeting based on the incoming data, the implications for and the outlook and the balance of risks. Haven't made any decisions about future meetings, but the economy is growing at a solid pace. The unemployment rate has been broadly stable, and inflation remains somewhat elevated. So we'll be looking to our goal variables and letting the data light the way for us.
Steve.
Steve Leisman, CNBC, and sticking with questions you might answer, thank you. You had previously, I believe, described the current policy rate being at the higher end of neutral. And if you look at the longer run, the SEP and the longer run rates, 16 of 19 officials are actually below there on their long run. Is the Fed still in a process of bringing it down towards a middle range of neutral? And what would it take to get there?
So the count I did was that 4 of the 19 were at or above that. Maybe I missed by 1, but I thought it was 4. And if you look at the dealer survey, it was 10 out of 58 where we're at or above. So you're right. It's the higher end of the range. What we say is it's within the range of plausible estimates. This is the higher end of that range, but so for some people they think it's neutral. I think, and many of my colleagues think, it's hard to look at the incoming data and say that policy's significantly restrictive at this time. It may be sort of loosely neutral, or it may be somewhat restrictive. It's in the eye of the beholder, and of course no one knows with any precision. So you had a follow-up.
I get what you're saying, but some officials have described the Fed being in a mode of bringing it down eventually over time. Are you still in that mode, or is this a place to hang out?
Yeah, no, I would say if you look at the SEP from December, most people had additional normalization. But at the same time, we've done a lot of the process of normalizing. A good piece of it is done with 75 basis points, and before that, 100. It's 175 basis points we've cut since we began cutting in September of 2024. So you've moved now to, Fed funds is running just a little below 3.65%. So you've moved a good way, and we think we're well positioned here to watch how the economy performs, look at the data. We're not making decisions about future meetings, but we do think we're well positioned after those 3 cuts to let the data speak to us.
Amira. Thank you, Chair Powell. Amira Mokwe from Bloomberg News. To what extent did the committee discuss the possibility of cutting at this meeting or in March? And how are you all thinking about the conditions that would merit another rate cut? Is there broad agreement on the committee about what it would take?
So there was broad support on the committee for holding today. Broad, I would say, including among non-voters. So that's where that was. Of course, some people did want to cut and dissented, but committee pretty broadly for holding today. We're not trying to articulate a test for when to next cut or whether to cut at the next meeting. What we're saying is we're well positioned as we make decisions meeting by meeting, looking at the incoming data, evolving outlook and all that. And, we're in a position where, we still have some tension between employment and inflation, but it's less than it was. I think that the upside risks to inflation and the downside risks to inflation have probably both diminished a bit. So, we'll be looking at that. It's about how you weigh the risks to the two goals and how big those, and quantify them. And so there are different views on the committee, and, we'll find our way forward as the data evolve.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Edward Lawrence from Fox Business. Has the effects of tariffs already moved through the economy on prices?
A lot of it has. So basically, there are many different estimates, and they're all highly uncertain. But most of the overrun in goods prices is from tariffs. And that's actually good news, because if it weren't from tariffs, it might mean it's from demand, and that's a harder problem to solve. We do think tariffs are likely to move through and be a one-time price increase. So most of the overshoot, if you were to take that out, you'd get, and you would, inflation, core PCE inflation is running just a bit above 2%, x the effects of tariffs on goods. And the other good news is, if you look away from goods and look at services, you do see ongoing disinflation in all the categories of services. So that's a healthy development. So that's what's going on. The expectation is that we will see the effects of tariffs flowing through goods prices, peaking, and then starting to come down, assuming there are no major tariff increases that are begun. And that's what we expect to see over the course of this year. If we see that, if we see that, that would be something that tells us that we can loosen policy. Also, if we see something that suggests that the labor market is not stabilizing, that in fact the downside risks reemerge, or the data just get worse, we'd have to look at both of those. We have a two-sided mandate.
If I could, if President Trump does pick a new Fed chairman before May, what does that look like? How would you work with that person?
Yeah, uncertainty is on the right side.
I don't have anything for you on that. That will depend on Congress's actions and things I can't speculate on.
Howard Schneider with Reuters.
People got
Thank you
two
for
bingos.
taking our questions. Given the changes in the statement and all you've said so far, is it fair to describe
people are getting two bingos
to both sides of the Band-Aid as roughly balanced right now? And is the next move necessarily down?
NJ got bingo.
I'd say
Ridgeline.
that the upside risks to inflation and the downside risks to employment have diminished. But they still exist, so there's still some tension between
Buzz
the
got
mandates.
bingo.
Are they fully in balance?
Chili got double.
Hard to say.
Franza got one.
We think our policy's in a good place.
Who Juicing got bingo?
I've just discussed reasons why we might change our policy, and we'll just have to see how the data lead us.
It does count.
I think you just said resilient.
A minute ago, you said you felt expectations were consistent with your mandate. That the 2 and the 10-year break-evens have moved quite notably in the last couple of weeks, I believe. Is there any concern on that front?
I recently looked at all of the both survey and market-based short-term inflation expectations have come way down. They were in a good place at the beginning of last year. They spiked around Liberation Day, and now they've fully retraced in the last few months. So that's very comforting. And the longer-term inflation expectations have remained in places that are very consistent with 2% inflation over time. So expectations have been solid, and they reflect confidence in the return to 2% inflation.
Andrew.
Apologies if this is a little bit repetitive, but in the past you've said that the reason you cut rates was that the risk to the labor market was greater than the risk to the inflation side. Is that still true?
We haven't made. You're right. We saw the labor market weakening, and we acted. And I think that's the appropriate thing to do. We will always act to address what we see as the economy moving away from our goals. Risks to both of the variables are a little less. I think that the upside risk to inflation, again, a little bit less, and the downside risk to employment, a little less. I just would say that I'm not making a judgment about how, one of them is more at risk than the other, just that the risks to both of them have diminished.
Buzzard, you did get one.
BIS wrote a paper last summer which concluded that global investors were hedging their dollar exposures in ways that previously they hadn't because of policy uncertainty. Do you agree with BIS?
We really don't see much at all about that whole story. There's just not a lot of data that suggests that there's much to that.
Thanks.
Anna Swanson with the New York Times. Can you talk more about what you would need to see in the labor market to conclude it's time to resume easing? Do you need to see further deterioration in the labor market, or would it be enough for inflation to soften?
So we'll always be looking at both things. And so there could be combinations, infinite numbers of combinations that would cause us to want to move. Certainly, a weakening labor market would be an argument for loosening. But what's happening with inflation? If inflation were at the same time getting worse, you just have a very difficult situation there. So we'll be looking at both. Clearly, a weakening labor market calls for cutting. A stronger labor market says that the rates are in a good place. We'll have to be making similar judgments, too, on inflation now.
And if inflation does pick back up and the labor market doesn't show further signs of deterioration, is there a chance that you could raise rates rather than simply remaining on hold? What would you need to see to consider hiking?
We don't take things off the table, but it isn't anybody's base case right now, anybody's base case, that the next move will be a rate hike.
Oh,
but,
hi.
Ultimately, we'll do what we think is the right thing, but that's not where people's expectations are right now.
Victoria. Hi, Victoria Guida with Politico. I wanted to ask, you've talked in the past about concerns about the U.S. fiscal trajectory, and we've seen in the Japanese bond market a lot of turmoil recently, in part due to concerns over their fiscal and long-term economic outlook. So do you worry that the U.S. could at some point find itself in a similar situation to Japan, whether for fiscal or demographic reasons?
Over time, you've seen that U.S. rates have remained they haven't moved a lot really for a while, but they haven't moved a lot because of what's been happening in Japan. So it's more of an over time thing. The U.S. federal budget deficit is, uncontroversially on an unsustainable path. The level of debt is not unsustainable. It's very much sustainable, but the path is unsustainable. And the sooner we work on it, the better. But right now we're running a very large deficit at essentially full employment, and so the fiscal picture needs to be addressed, and it's not really being addressed. So that's important. I'm not in any way connecting it to some sort of near-term market event, but ultimately it's something we'll have to deal with, and that in the end game, that's where you wind up, is in some kind of a difficult thing. But that's not where we are. It's not where Japan is either, but it's certainly not where we are right now.
Does it reduce the effect of your rate cuts that longer-term rates have overall not really budged that much?
I wouldn't say that. The thing is, technically, higher longer-term rates means less accommodative financial conditions. But remember, many things move longer-term rates. It's not mostly what happens on the short end. There can be effects of longer-term rates from moving our policy around, but it's much more assessments of the fiscal path and fiscal policies and risks and things like that move the 10-year around. You can look back at and find periods where we've been very actively moving the policy rate over the course of a year, and over the course of that year, the 10-year is exactly where it started. So there's not a tight link between 10-year rates and the overnight rate.
Buzz, great, let's go.
Elizabeth. Thanks so much, Elizabeth Schulze with ABC News. Republican Senator Tom Tillis, who sits on the Senate Banking Committee, said he will block any Fed nominee, including the chair, until this investigation into you is resolved. Do you support this move by the senator, and what conversations have you had with the senator?
I've got nothing for you on that.
More broadly, what would happen to American households if the Federal Reserve loses its ability to operate independent from politics?
So really, the point of independence is not to protect policymakers or anything like that. It just is that every advanced economy democracy in the world has come around to this common practice. It's just an institutional arrangement that has served the people well, and that is to have a separation between to not have direct elected official control over the setting of monetary policy. And the reason is that monetary policy can be used, you know, through an election cycle to affect the economy in a way that will be politically worthwhile. So this isn't, I'm not talking about the U.S. context, this is every advanced economy democracy of any size. So it's a good practice. It's pretty much everywhere among countries that look at all like the United States. And I think if you lose that, it's, first of all, it would be hard to restore the credibility of the institution if people lose their faith that we're making decisions, you know, only on the basis of our assessment of what's best for everyone, for the wide public, rather than trying to benefit one group or another. If you lose that, it's going to be hard to retain it. And we haven't lost it. I don't believe we will. I certainly hope we won't. But it's very important, and the reason it's important is that it's enabled central banks generally not to be perfect, but to serve the public well.
You're confident it can maintain that independence at this point?
Yes. I mean, I'm strongly committed to that, and so are my colleagues.
Archie.
Archie Hall from The Economist. On that sort of stabilization of the labor market question, how much do you see the weakening we saw over the past 6 months, year, as a kind of data mirage around immigration and the government shutdown and so on that's now resolved? Or how much have we seen a kind of real underlying firming up in the state of the labor market, do you think?
Well, part of it is, to your point, part of it just is that labor supply, growth in labor supply has come to essentially a halt from a fairly fast clip of growth over the last couple of years, driven by immigration, and then the halt being driven by a very sudden stop in immigration. So many outcomes were possible with that. You know, supply came way down. It turns out that demand for labor also came down a very similar amount, maybe just a little bit more, which is why the unemployment rate has gone up. So I don't know whether that's a coincidence or not, but that's what's happened with that part. But if you look at other things, like, for example, just to pick a couple, the Conference Board's measure of job availability that came out, I don't know, was it yesterday or today? But, you know, it shows, it's a survey showing that workers feel like job availability it's a very low reading. It's just one reading, but it's an indication of softening. People, part-time for economic reasons, which is a category within the broader U6 category measure, has moved up significantly. So there are lots of, and I could go on and on, there are lots of little places that suggest that the labor market has softened. But you're right, part of payroll jobs softening is that both the supply and demand for labor has come down. Growth in those two have come down. So that makes it a difficult time to read the labor market. You know, so imagine they both came down a lot to the point where there is no job growth. Is that full employment? In a sense, it is. If demand and supply are in balance, you know, that you could say that's full employment. At the same time, do we really feel like that's a maximum employment economy? You know, it's very challenging and quite unusual situation.
Thanks. And one more on growth and the kind of strong growth outlook, or strengthening growth outlook you're now seeing. How much of that is the fiscal stimulus we're seeing from the beautiful bill, the tax cuts, and all of that?
So you're seeing it already. You don't have much of the fiscal. I think the outlook, you're right. It's financial conditions, and it's fiscal policy for 26. But you've got strong consumption that's been happening before financial conditions have been supportive, but before the fiscal effects really are shown. So essentially the economy has once again surprised us with its strength, not for the first time. And, you know, consumer spending, although it's uneven across income categories, but consumer spending overall numbers are good, and we're benefiting from the AI build out of
there we go.
Data centers. That's another thing we're benefiting from. But the economy overall, the growth is on a solid footing. It looks like, and it's not just those things. It's just the consumer is filling out surveys that sound really negative and then spending. So there's been a disconnect for some time between downbeat surveys and reasonably good spending data.
Thanks, Chair Powell.
go.
Christine Romans from
I didn't hear him
NBC
say it
News.
on
You
one
talked
eye.
about how consumer spending is uneven. The president calls inflation defeated and
Let's go, Shelley.
solved. The FOMC says it's a somewhat elevated inflation. But you talked about those customer survey or those consumer sentiment
Let's go,
surveys and
Gypsy.
public opinion polls
Shout
that
out
show that
Gypsy.
most families say
Thank
the
you.
cost of living is still issue
Big
number
shout outs
one.
to
What is
Gypsy.
the
You making it rain.
conversation
He
around the
Gypsy.
table with your colleagues about how wealthier consumers seem to be driving so much of the economy and why so many families still feel like they just can't make ends meet after 5 years of rising prices? What is that discussion like?
So a couple things. One, there's something to it in that we know that higher income households that tend to own real estate and tend to own stocks, securities, and those assets have been going up in value, and increases in wealth do support spending over time. So, and that's clearly a part of the story. We also know that for some time now, for a year or more, we've been hearing from retailers, for example, that serve lower income customers, whether it be food or the big box stores or anything. They're saying the same thing, which is our consumers are looking to economize. They're trading down from brands, and they're buying less, and it's changing their buying habits and that kind of thing. So we're seeing that, and that is a reality of what we're seeing. They're still consuming, but they're feeling it in a different way. I would say more broadly,
is in second.
on
What?
affordability, we have a vast network through the reserve banks and also through the Board of Governors, where we talk to small and large businesses and households, and so we do hear a lot about affordability, and we take that very seriously, and we take it to heart, because one of our jobs is price stability, and so the best thing we can do for people who are feeling that squeeze is to keep inflation under control.
Oh my God, I
and,
should have
frankly,
squeeze on
finish
there.
the job
I never
of
would've
getting
thought.
inflation back down to 2%.
You mentioned the AI build-out as being positive for economic growth this year. I wonder, as you look at the weakest year last year for job
He's putting in
creation of
work.
a non-recession
That
year since like
visual?
2003, are you concerned about AI maybe
go.
supplanting more entry-level
cheers.
work and entry-level jobs, and how does that play into what you're watching about the labor market?
So everyone, of course, is watching AI and the deployment and, trying to understand
Are
exactly
we really
what's
going to call it
happening.
this many stuff? Or
And
this
there's a
many
wide range of
phrases?
possibilities. It's hard to say.
we nailed it.
And of course, anyone who uses it
bingos is
is
crazy.
amazed at what it can accomplish, right? So every technological
Gypsy.
wave will eliminate some jobs and create other jobs. And it's
Welcome
always
back,
been the
Toadats.
case. If you look back, wave after wave
Gypsy,
after
big
wave,
thank
there will be some disruption, but ultimately technology increases productivity, which is the basis for rising wages. And it may not all happen immediately, but over time, it's what enables incomes to rise over time, is rising productivity. So and we always ask, well, this is going to be different,
This
is
time's
gonna be
different. God
We
damn it.
don't know. And we may, in any case, see in the short term jobs that are being eliminated by the capabilities of AI. We may see that. We just don't know what the overall effect is going to be. So how to think about it in macroeconomic terms, it's very hard. We can look at the aggregate data. We can analyze, for example,
visual. Shout out to
there is
PSG.
some connection, it appears, between
visual. Let's go.
low hiring rate for recent college grads.
Also, season one winner of
and
Ukraine.
AI,
Well, not season one
but it's
winner,
not
but a
the-
season
the
one
main
winner
or
of
only
Ukrainian's Got
driver.
Talent. Shout out to Fujitsu.
You hear large
Exclamation
companies,
talent
though,
show.
saying, many of them saying that they either won't be
Exclamation
hiring for some time,
BTCC.
or that they're hiring less, or that they're laying people off, and they tend to refer to AI when they do that. So we're all watching and learning, and it could certainly have pretty significant effects on the economy, the workforce, and our society. We don't really have the tools to address the concerns that may arise, but we have a lot of people who focus on analyzing it and try to understand what the macroeconomic implications are, which is our job.
Thank you, Chair Powell. Bayi from AFP News Agency. You mentioned earlier that on inflation, the broad expectation was for a one-time price increase and then for inflation to come down. And I was wondering, is your expectation still for inflation to start cooling in the second half of 2026? And if you could elaborate how far we are from target currently. Thank you.
So how far we are from target is, as I mentioned in my opening remarks, we had 3.0% core PCE inflation over the 12 months ending in December, and that's pretty much what we had the year before. So on net, no progress, but the story behind that is modestly positive in that most of the overshoot was in goods prices, which we think is related to tariffs, and ultimately we think those will not result in inflation as opposed to a one-time price increase. Okay, so that's where it is. In terms of, you asked, so no one thinks they will, ex ante understand really clearly precisely when this will happen, but there's an expectation that sometime in the middle quarters of the year we'll see tariff inflation topping out. So what we do is when a tariff is put in place, we track the effect of those tariffs over a 6, 7, 8, 9 month period, and you can see for that tariff how long it takes to reach a place where it's affected the price level, and that's it. So we're getting better at that, and our estimate is that it'll be sometime in the middle of the year, but I wouldn't look for great precision in that. But, we'll be able to see whether things are moving in that direction. I think, we'll be able to see.
Richard Escobedo.
Thanks, Chair Powell. I'm Richard Escobedo with CBS News. I want to look outside the U.S. about what's happening outside our shores and how it impacts the U.S. Canada's Prime Minister said last week that there's been a rupture in the global order, and I wonder how you're thinking about geopolitical risk as it relates to the U.S. economy.
So I can't comment on that speech or statement or anything like that. Geopolitical risk for us is, a lot of it is around energy, oil. And so far we haven't, for all the turmoil, oil prices have come down, as you know, and so we don't really see much. Longer than that, it's trade, and, the trade, our economy has pulled through pretty well, you'd have to say, given the very significant changes in trade policy. The U.S. economy has pushed right through. Partly that is that the way that what was implemented was significantly less than what was announced at the beginning. In addition, other countries didn't retaliate, and in addition, a good part of it hasn't been passed through to consumers yet. It's being taken by companies that stand between the consumer and the exporter. So that's where that is.
Jennifer.
Thank you, Chair Powell. Jennifer Schonberger with Yahoo Finance. With third quarter GDP growing at 4.4% and the fourth quarter expected to have a 5 handle on it as to what the Atlanta Fed is predicting, at a time when you had a government shutdown and we thought that was going to shave off some growth, you've also got the fiscal tailwinds you've talked about, big tax refunds coming, potential tariff dividend. How could you cut rates and not spur inflation in that environment?
Well, we didn't cut rates today, but it depends on how fast potential output is growing, right? I'm just asking in principle. I'm not saying this is what's happening, but there's growth and there's how fast the potential is growing, and at a time of high productivity growth, potential output is rising. So it really matters whether potential output is growing as fast as actual output, and it would matter over time. The numbers you cite were for quarters, and quarterly GDP is, you need to look at 12 months because quarterly GDP can be very lumpy. GDP was negative in the first quarter last year. So the overall, over the year, the numbers were nothing like that. It was more in the mid-2s for the year.
And how do you explain the divide right now between strong economic growth and the job market? Is it productivity that's filling the gap? And is productivity being driven by AI at this point?
So there has been, you're right, there has been a divide of solid growth, but what looked like a weakening labor market. And that can be explained by rising productivity. But I would say we do see signs of certainly of the unemployment rate stabilizing. So it may be we're seeing the beginning of the resolution of those two things. Also, as you probably know, the lore is that when GDP and the labor market get into an argument, in the end, the labor market data is more reliable. GDP data is very hard to collect and understand, but nonetheless, I think we may be seeing that tension resolving a little bit. Too soon to say with any confidence, though.
Matt Egan with CNN. Chair Powell, after today, you have 2 meetings left as Fed chair. You've obviously experienced a lot during your time as Fed chair, served under multiple presidents. I'm wondering what advice you have for whoever your successor might be.
Honestly, I'd say a couple of things. One is stay out of elected politics. Don't get pulled into elected politics. Don't do it. And that's another thing. Another is that, our window into democratic accountability is Congress. And it's not a passive burden for us to go to Congress and talk to people. It's an affirmative, regular obligation. If you want democratic legitimacy, you earn it by your interactions with our elected overseers. And so it's something you need to work hard at, and I have worked hard at it. So, and the last thing is, it's easy to criticize government institutions so many ways. I will tell whoever it is, you're about to meet the most qualified group of people you not only have ever worked with, you will ever work with. And when you meet Fed staff, and not everybody's perfect, but there isn't a better cadre of professionals more dedicated to the public well-being than work at the Fed.
He ain't mad or
Thanks for
work
that
with
answer.
Kimba gang.
If I
Let's
may
go.
follow up, as I'm sure you've noticed, gold and silver prices have experienced historic gains of late. And I'm wondering how much attention, if any, you pay to those moves, and what message you may take from these significant price increases we've seen for precious metals.
Don't take much message macroeconomically. The argument can be made that we're losing credibility or something. It's simply not the case. If you look at where inflation expectations are, our credibility is right where it needs to be. So we look at those things. We don't get spun up over particular asset price changes, although we do monitor them, of course.
Nicole, for the last question.
Hi, Nicole Goodkind-Barons. Some prominent critics have charged that the Fed's economic models are somewhat backward-looking, but should be more forward-looking, incorporating things like productivity increases from AI. How do you incorporate current and future developments into your analysis and decision-making, and do you have an answer to those critics?
Yeah, so by and large, those criticisms, as somebody on the inside, they just don't make sense, and I'll tell you why. Every FOMC participant writes down a forecast every quarter, right? The summary of economic projections, and that's the basis for how we think about the economy. So, and the other thing is, what an economic model can do is it can grind up all the data for the last number of years, 50 years, let's say, and it can identify what are the relationships between variables A, B, C, D, and all that kind of thing. And it can tell you if you change one of those variables, this is what should happen in the macroeconomy. That's just the way it works. However, the structure of the macroeconomy is constantly changing. For example, we hadn't had a pandemic in 100 years. It wasn't in the model, and we knew it from the very beginning. It was not in the model. A trade war of this scope, we'd never had that in 100 years. And so there's great uncertainty at different points. Another thing I'll say is, when it comes to, technological developments that raise potential output, some kind of technological revolution, like happened in the 90s here and like maybe happening now with AI, we're all over that. And, everyone studies those periods, and, we're very clear-eyed about the possibility that this higher productivity may persist, and also that it may not. We're not, no one's sitting here unaware of the possibility of higher productivity. We've been talking about it for 3 years. It long predates the current situation. It's been going on for 5 or 6 years. We've had productivity higher. We've been talking about it that whole time. So it's very much on our minds, and we are well aware that higher productivity means higher potential output, and it changes the way you think about potentially inflation, growth, labor market, and all those things. That's all in our models. I mean, if it's just a question of using better models, bring them on. You know, where are they? We'll take them. But I think, you know, we certainly are in contact with anybody who does economic modeling, and we're always looking to do better at that. But that's how I think about that.
And just a quick follow-up. We've been talking a lot about tariffs and passing through, and we've been talking a lot about them for the past few months. You know, the trade landscape is still in a constant state of flux. Announcements, threats, negotiations, they're all frequently changing. So I'm wondering how you actually track these, what data or channels are most critical to follow this in real time?
Trade?
Yeah, the impact of tariffs and how they're changing.
Yeah, I think our staff has done a really nice job on that, and they've kind of put it together in real time. So as I mentioned, a tariff gets put in place, you can pretty much track its effects on pricing and on everything, and so you build a model up from all of the tariffs. At the beginning, it was very much of a forecast. Now it's every cycle that goes by, it becomes more informed by actual data. And you know, our forecasts were not far off. What changed was, as I think I said earlier, what changed was what was implemented was smaller than what was announced. In addition, we didn't see retaliation internationally, and I think people did generally expect that because we saw that in the past, and that really mattered too. And then the other thing is that pass-through didn't know how fast that was going to be to consumers, didn't know how much exporters would take, how much companies in the middle would take, and how much the consumer would take. And it turns out it's a lot of companies in the middle who, by the way, are pretty strongly committed to passing the rest of it through, which is one of the reasons why we need to keep our eye on inflation and not declare victory prematurely.
Thank you.
We're done?
We're done.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Let's go.
Let's go, damn God. Who would you?
What you've just said
taking profit
is one of the most insanely idiotic things I have ever heard. At no point in your rambling, incoherent response were you even close to anything that could be considered a rational thought. Everyone in this room is now dumber for having listened to it. I award you no points, and may God have mercy on your soul.
Let's go. That's just tradition. We got to do it. Big cheers. Where do you pick up your Bugatti? Where do you pick it up? Lord of mercy. Coinwise, I guess. Coinwise Discord? What do you think, Cage?
Where do I pick up my Bugatti? Yeah. You can give it a Coinwise Pro. 14-day trial. Yeah.
Juice, you had a Coinwise account? I'm sure NamGod does. Come on now.
I think you're in there, NamGod.
Are you in there, brother? Hey, congratulations. Hey, that was cool. I mean, like, dude, the bingo cleared out, like, really fast, but it's nice that you can keep on rolling with it and just get multiples. Especially for something like this. We kind of anticipated that, and that's why there was a lot more terms. It was hella hard for me to keep track of the speech and the chat and the fucking bingo court. Like, finding the terms, there are so many, but, like, dude, I think it made it more fun for everybody. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. What do you guys think? Marcus didn't do much. Shout out to Kimba's level, 69.92, and it's like the fucking pixel bottom. Yeah, that was
Chili got first bingo in like the first 30 seconds. Yeah, Kirby's. Damn, Chili couldn't keep up with the bingos.
Yeah.
NamGod had 4 bingos.
May God have mercy on your soul, too.
Wait. Technically 5.
Wait, who got 5?
Damn God technically got 5.
Did he?
Because he has a cross row.
Oh. Yeah. Oh, no, no, no. Wait a minute. Oh, wait. Yeah,
no,
top
you're
to
right.
bottom. Yep, yep. I'm surprised
no,
he didn't count that.
No, it is 4. He's got 4. I lied. My eyes are deceiving me. Congratulations, you guys. It is a bit RNG. You guys enjoy that? We might upgrade it a little bit.
Yeah, you guys think it was cool? It was definitely a humongous upgrade from the last one that I was like, we actually can track winners instead of just doing it. And
We had about 80 lines join us on that bingo card, so GG's. Thank you guys for trying it out. Thank you guys for playing. Appreciate that.
Yeah, congratulations, Name God. Hey, big shout outs to Hugh Juicing and frickin' Taking Profit and everybody else. You know what though? If you're not first, you're last. Shout out to Ricky Bobby. No, I would love to do more. We're gonna improve it for the next one even more, even if it's just the execution. Thank you for being our guinea pigs on that. That was a lot of fun. I enjoyed it. I think it's fun, dude. Like, especially if we're gonna be watching the thing anyway. Good times. Yeah, we'll get the turns better too. Shout outs Cage for developing that. It's really fun, dude. Great work. It was worth it. I mean, I don't know if it was worth it on your behalf because I've, you know, kind of fumbled the bags a little bit, but I think we did okay. Shout outs to you, brother. Shout outs Cage, shout outs Husty for joining in. Let's do
Let's go.
Yeah, thanks for all the work. We're gonna give Cage a homage with one of his songs. Oh, this shit is rocking. Oh my god, that's loud.
Yeah, I was gonna say, Kirby, does it kind of keep you locked in?
Yeah, we're gonna get locked in a second. We're gonna do a little bit of final TA.
I like paying attention to the vocabulary. Keeps me locked in on it. Big cheers, y'all. To the balcony.
I love this song too, my main 8. Let's go. Shout outs Cage! Shout out Zach! Shout outs Name God! Let's fucking rock out!
Just still
Shout outs FOMC! Happy Wednesday!
FOMC, let's go FOMC.
Manage to juice. Let's go, Blank John. Yeah! Lapine. Mark. To the balcony, motherfuckers! Congratulations, Cage. You earned the balcony run. In
Let's go.
spades.
Hey, shout out Tiny Crypto.
We haven't done it yet.
Tiny Crypto. I think that'll be next week. Stay tuned, okay?
Yeah, we're gonna jam this song and then frickin' I'm gonna cut it down a little bit. Love it. You see.
Ooh, Gamma Flip. Hey, I just want to remind everybody, Shout out to the Liquinia's Got Talent right now. Week 6 submission form is live. If you guys want to participate, you guys want a chance to win $250 on your favorite exchange. Go ahead and submit your lyrics today. Exclamation Discord. Get in the Discord. We're paying out $250 in prizes. All you have to do is submit your lyrics. The submission form is currently live. Pick your genre. Submit your chorus 1, verse 2, verse 1. And Useless Line Records will take care of the rest. Tune in tomorrow with Buzz and myself. We're going to be hosting the Liquinia's listening parties, and we'll be tuning into season 2 songs that made it and didn't make it through, and highlighting all our winners. So big shout out to you guys. Exclamation Coinwise. Shout out to our sponsors of the shows. 14-day free trial. Don't miss out. All right. Love you guys.
Much love, Kimba Gang. Much love, Lions. Huge love to the entire team over here.
Guys.
Big shouts to Kimba. Big shouts to BTCC. Big giveaways. Cage, I'm sorry to interrupt you. What did you say, dude?
Shout out to giveaways. Get everybody signed up on BTCC. Make sure they're not missing out.
Yeah. Exclamation BTCC. Exclamation dashboard. All the juicy exchanges. We got huge giveaways coming on BTCC. Exclamation giveaway. Exclamation BTCC. Also, you got deposit bonus over there and 100% fee rebates. Let's go. BTCC is fucking doing it. We're about to juice up if you're not juicing already. You got KCEX. Big deposit bonuses. BLOFIN trading competition, 20K prize pool, space trade, pinned up there in the chat. Let's go. Exclamation dashboard for the entire stream schedule. We got some juice coming next week. We got some juice coming fucking tomorrow. We got juice coming every day. Every day is the Super Bowl for Kimba Gang. Exclamation Discord. Always vibing out. Make sure you keep up with it. Kim's been posting a lot of good juice, ton of alpha in the chat. PSG is always grinding. You got so many more Lions that are way smarter and can speak a lot better than I can up in there. So, you know, if you're not in there, you're hoeing. Shout out to Coin Nerd. Shout out to Tiggy. Shout out to the entire team. Huge thank you to Kimba, to Cage. Amazing work, brother. I don't know if you heard me, but I was like shouting your praises. Yeah, that was a lot of fun.
We
dude.
appreciate that. I like the line. Thank you very much for joining you guys at 80 of y'all. It worked smoothly. Everything was nice. I think there's a few updates we can make to make it a little bit better, but I know some of you want to see your card. You might be able to do something like that. Might put a leaderboard on the right, the interactive leaderboard. FOMC days, they're gonna be popping off, I think, from now on. So if you guys enjoyed it today, keep your eyes out for the next FOMC. All right, everything's on the dashboard. I think the next big event's coming up next is February 2nd, next Monday. Kimba's live trading stream. Guys, make sure you're ready for that. Exclamation point dashboard, the schedule is live. All right, the announcement channel this week. You might want to keep your eyes on it this weekend. So get in the Discord, hang out with PSG. Obviously, you got Kimba talking it up and Bitcoin talk. And for the Wise Lions, for any NFT holders, the Lions of Liquania NFT holders, if you guys are in the Discord, check out the Wise Lions channel. There's some alpha going down. VIPs, the Discord, you have access as well. Much love, you guys. Let's go PSG, stand up. Let's go.
Shout out to PSG. Representing hard. Much love to you guys. Yeah, and shout out to CoinWise, amazing levels. You know, kind of just like did a whole nothing. We're still continuing to make bad lows. As long as the S&P is at like 7K and holding it, yeah, there's no reason for Biddy to nuke or anything. So kind of get that out of your mind. First thing, if we already identified beforehand, nothing has changed. Like literally nothing has changed. We're fucking $30 away from where we were. Oh, there's juice. We're gonna run up. And there's value area high right here. I mean, dude, we just got a break, and now it's turned into a triangle. So probably break out as soon as we get out of here. Kachoya. But we're gonna wind things down. Shout outs Gypsy. Shout outs Housty. Shout outs to all of you. What happened to my viewer? There we go. Hey, all pair. I seen you popping in the you know, in our panel here and there. Shout outs all pair. Alpeasy, how we doing? Coke Zero, how we doing? Shout outs to both of you. Shout outs Alpeasy, shout outs Coke Zero, shout outs Calling Noob. Shout outs over there in the YouTube, Shay's Anatomy. Big cheers, brother. Now we build in from the dirt. Hey, huge shout outs. Shay's holding it down over there in YouTube.
How can I miss a trade? My alerts
Hope to see you guys in the morning. I'll be here bright and kind of early. Market open. Whole bunch of a nothing burger. Yeah, it wasn't a nothing burger for Nam God. It wasn't a nothing burger for Lua Bambua. Blink John was juicing. I know PSG is juicing. JV, I know you juicing. Come on now. Let's go crispy. Let's go XLR. Yeah. All right, gang. You know you got earnings coming up in a little bit. Is that going to be the catalyst that FOMC was not? JPZ. Don't tease me. Yeah, I was gonna like start freestyling, and then I figure I won't embarrass myself. So, yeah, big shout outs once again. Much love. I'll wait for Housty, your hat like makes me look like you're not there. When you put your head down, I can't see anything.
Sorry.
There we go.
I hear. Sorry.
There we go.
When I go down, I'll just do this.
He's like blending in. He's pulling a Kevin. He's pulling a Kevin. He's got like dudes with like mannequins with suits on, like pretending they're Housty in the chair. Let's go. Shout out to Kevin McAllister. Shout out to Burgix, Zach, XLRD. Much love to everybody. Hey. We'll do a full recap of earnings also in a little while, that are coming up in a little while tomorrow morning. Yeah, I can't even find them. I'm so like scrambled. I love this song though. Hey, shout outs to all of you. I'm not crying, you crying. He reaving. They reaving. Hey, shout outs to Who Juicing. Shout outs to BTCC. Hit it up. We got some huge giveaways coming. You got exclamation BTCC, deposit bonus, and all kinds of juice. I said it like so many times. Exclamation merch, exclamation dashboard. Hey, catch up on the dashboard, catch up in Discord. Love y'all. Samuel. JV. No Diabito. Who juicing? Almost, brother. Almost. Yep, see you guys in the morning. Absolutely, it was fun. Thank you guys for playing. Thanks for joining in. It was a good time. Yeah, we went from 200 viewers to 919 all of a sudden. You know, we got blasted out on the Twitter, and people were like, fuck yeah, we gotta juice up with the Lions. Let's go, Laquania. Let's go, Jay Becker. I19, Petrus, my mate Nate. Hey, big cheers. Thanks for coming in, brother. Thank you all. Love y'all. All right, Housty, you want to say anything? Cage, you want to say anything? because I'm out.
Much love, Lions. Thanks for spending FOMC with us and watching the conference. We appreciate y'all. Much love. Enjoy the rest of your Wednesday and stay safe. That's all from me.
He's out of the chair again. No, he's put his head down. He's like, to the balcony.
UC's ready for the teacher.
He is. He's already on the balcony. Happy, Afnaguko, J-Bucks, Patrice, Shays.
Camera thing.
Appreciate you, my mate Nate.
My mate Nate, let's go. Love y'all. Lux Slayer. I19. See you in the morning.
Later.
All right, PSG.
Let's go happy 420.
Dashboard BTCC. Hey, put on that BTCC slide. All right, y'all. We out. Love ya.
Love y'all.
Class in session, lines pay attention. Professor Manilow, juice is the lesson. Charts don't lie, numbers show the way. Kimba gang minds turn data to the pay. Grab your notebooks, mark your lines. Patience in the jungle is how we shine. Knowledge is power, math is the key. Every young line gon' learn from me. If lines can't do it, homie, it can't be done. Work, sweat, and grind, the journey's just begun. I'ma elevate the game, show you how it's won. Prepare with the wisdom lines, Trey's gon' run. Pressure in the candles, the market makers is frontin'. We see through they scandals, price is the box and we puntin'. Bugatti money focus, flexing on my mind. Structure, fibs, and order flow, profiling, volume, and time. High healer try to laugh, but